Hey everyone, and welcome back. We're diving into some seriously cool news today coming straight out of India from the 11th CII Global Summit on Skill Development.
Big stuff, yeah.
Yeah, EON Reality's chairman Dan Lejerskar just dropped a major announcement.
And this is a company to watch for sure. I mean, EON Reality is already leading the charge when it comes to AI-driven VR and AR education.
Right, but this sounds like it could be a total game changer.
Oh, absolutely.
Lejerskar was talking about something called Spatial AI.
Okay.
And he's saying it could be the key to making quality education a basic human right for everyone.
Wow, that's a big claim.
It is.
Uh,
So let's break it down. What exactly is this EON-XR platform that he was talking about?
All right, so at its core, the EON-XR platform is designed to completely change the way we approach global skill building.
Okay, I like it.
And the real star of the show here is Spatial AI. This tech makes learning not just globally scalable,
Which is huge in itself.
for sure, but also incredibly affordable.
Affordable and accessible. Sign me up. Okay, so Lejerskar kept mentioning this learn, train, perform paradigm. Can you unpack that a little?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So imagine it as like a three-step process that's built right into the platform.
Got it.
First, you learn a concept through these super immersive XR experiences.
Okay.
Then you get to actually train and practice those skills in a super realistic simulated environment.
That sounds awesome.
It is. And then
Yeah.
finally you take those skills and apply them out in the real world.
Makes sense. So the whole learn by doing thing.
Exactly. And get this, they can take traditional learning materials, like textbooks and stuff, and transform them into these incredible XR lessons in under 2 minutes.
2 minutes? That's
I
insane.
know, right?
Okay, so this all sounds incredible, but I have a question.
Sure.
Does this work for any kind of skill?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can see it being amazing for, say, learning how to operate heavy machinery or something.
Definitely.
But what about soft skills? Things like communication and teamwork.
That's one of the coolest things about EON-XR. It's not just for those hard technical skills. It can actually train and assess soft skills, too.
Wait, assess? You mean like measure how good someone is at communication or adaptability in a VR setting?
Exactly. Now, I know what you're thinking. Those things have always been pretty hard to measure objectively.
Totally.
But EON-XR has this really advanced AI engine.
Okay.
It can actually analyze how a learner behaves within the simulation.
Oh, wow.
So it's not just about whether they can complete a task or not.
Interesting.
It's about how they react to challenges, their problem-solving skills, how they interact with others in the virtual world.
So it's looking at the whole picture.
Precisely. And all that data gets used to provide real insights into those essential but sometimes hard to quantify soft skills.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, could this platform go beyond just training? Like, could it help people figure out what career path they should even be on?
Oh, 100%. EON-XR actually has this incredible AI-driven mentorship component built right in. It analyzes a person's natural aptitudes, considers what's happening in the global job market,
Oh,
and then it guides users towards opportunities where their specific skills are in high demand.
so it's like having your own personal AI career counselor.
Exactly.
It's pretty
cool.
cool, right? That is seriously cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of cool, how accessible is this technology? I mean, is this just for like big corporations or universities with tons of resources?
That's another thing that makes this so groundbreaking. So the platform has this massive library of over 36 million assets.
Whoa.
If you had to buy all those separately, it would cost you something like $55 billion.
$55 billion.
Dollars.
Yeah, but the crazy thing is the subscription cost is shockingly low, especially when you consider the value you're getting.
That's wild.
I know. In India, they estimate it could cost less than $1 per user per month if they roll it out on a large scale.
$1 a month? You're kidding.
Nope, it's true.
And just to be clear, this platform can be accessed on a regular smartphone, right? That's the best part. And with over 7 billion smartphones around the world, that means this technology could reach practically everyone.
Wow. We're talking about bringing top-notch education to anyone, anywhere in the world.
That's the idea. And it really starts to make that idea of education as a basic human right feel like a real possibility, not just a dream.
It really does.
Yeah,
This is truly amazing stuff.
I know, right? It's going to be fascinating to see how this unfolds.
Absolutely. This could be the start of something truly revolutionary.
I think it is. And I can't wait to see the impact it has on the world.
Me too.
This is truly a moment where technology has the power to change lives
Couldn't agree more.
and make the world a better, more equitable place.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've laid out the basics of EON-XR and what it's all about. But I think the real question now is, What does this all mean for our listener? How could this technology impact their lives?
Great question. Well, in part two, we're going to take a deeper dive into the potential of EON-XR and what it could mean for education, the workforce, and the future as a whole.
Sounds good. So stick around, folks, because things are about to get even more interesting.
Definitely.
All right, and we're back. Let's keep this conversation rolling and delve into how EON-XR could actually address some of the big challenges we're facing today, like the global skills gap.
That's a great place to start. The skills gap thing, it's a real problem. There's this growing disconnect between what employers need and the skills people are actually trained for.
Right, and it's only getting wider.
Exactly.
So how does this spatial AI platform even begin to tackle something that big?
So one of the key things is that it can make it so much easier and faster to update training programs as job requirements change. Like, let's say some new manufacturing techniques come out or safety protocols get updated. With EON-XR, you can quickly adapt the training modules to reflect those changes, almost in real time.
Keeping training relevant and up-to-date becomes way easier.
Exactly. And it's not just about retraining people who are already in the workforce. Lejerskar was also talking about how this platform could attract young people to skilled trades, which are facing a shortage of workers in a lot of places.
That's a great point.
Mm,
Those industries really need some fresh blood.
for sure. And I can see how the immersive experience of EON-XR could make a huge difference. I mean, instead of just reading about plumbing or electrical work in a textbook,
Yeah.
you're actually experiencing it, even
Yeah.
if it's in a simulated environment.
I bet that makes it a lot more engaging.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? You could be in some rural community with limited access to vocational schools,
Right.
but with a VR headset and EON-XR, you could learn from the best plumbers and electricians in the world, all from your own home.
Wow. It really does open up a whole world of possibilities.
Doesn't it? And it all comes back to that AI-driven mentorship aspect we were talking about earlier. It's not just learning a skill in isolation. It's about understanding how that skill fits into the bigger picture of the job market.
So it's almost like having a personalized career map that's constantly updated with the latest data.
You got it.
Yeah.
And that's what makes this technology so powerful. It's not just about improving access to education. It's about empowering people to take control of their future.
It really is making me rethink what education can be in the 21st century.
Me too. It's not about memorizing facts and passing tests anymore.
Right.
It's about developing the skills and the mindset to thrive in a world that's changing faster than ever before.
And that's a future I can get excited about. A future where anyone, no matter who they are or where they come from, has the chance to reach their full potential.
Absolutely. That's a future worth fighting for.
I couldn't agree more.
And I think EON Reality might just have given us the tools to make that future a reality.
It really does feel like we're on the cusp of a major shift.
Oh, for sure. And I can't wait to see what happens next.
It really does make you wonder how different the world could look if education wasn't limited by geography or socioeconomic status.
Oh, absolutely. Speaking of a different world, Lejerskar also highlighted how this technology could be used to, like, shift cultural mindsets, particularly around skilled trades.
Interesting. What do you mean?
Well, there's this growing need for skilled workers in fields like plumbing, electrical work, manufacturing, all that.
Yeah, for sure.
But there's often a stigma, especially among younger generations.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
So the question is, how can spatial AI help change that perception?
Right. Get people excited about those traits.
Exactly. Imagine a young person, right, putting on a VR headset, and suddenly they're transported into this virtual workshop.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And they're learning from experienced professionals, getting hands-on, even if it's virtual.
That's going to be way more engaging than just reading about it.
Oh, 100%.
Mm.
And they can learn at their own pace, make mistakes without any real-world consequences.
Right. No pressure.
Exactly. And build up their confidence before they ever step foot on an actual job site.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's like, it's one thing to read about how to wire a circuit, but it's totally different to actually do it, even virtually.
Totally. And with EON-XR's AI-powered feedback system, they're getting real-time guidance and correction, which is something traditional apprenticeships can't always offer.
Oh, that's a great point.
Right. It's like having a virtual mentor right there with you.
Exactly.
And the potential for personalized learning. Huge. The platform can adapt to different learning styles and adjust the difficulty level as needed.
So someone who's already familiar with the basics can move faster?
Exactly. While someone who needs more support can take their time, It's all about making sure everyone gets the most out of the experience.
That's fantastic. It's like leveling the playing field, not just in terms of access, but also in the quality and effectiveness of the learning itself.
100%. And it brings us right back to Lejerskar's vision of education as a human right. It's not just about making it available, it's about making it truly effective and empowering for every single person.
I love that. So we've talked about spatial AI's potential for skill development, bridging the skills gap, changing perceptions of those traditional trades. What other possibilities does this open up?
Oh man, so many. One area I see huge potential in is corporate training.
Okay, how so?
Well, think about it. The pace of technological change is insane these days.
Yeah, get it.
Companies are constantly needing to upskill and reskill their workforce.
Constantly, yeah.
New software, new processes, new ways of working. It's hard to keep up.
Totally. And traditional training methods can be so time-consuming and expensive.
And often not very effective.
Exactly.
But with spatial AI and platforms like EON-XR, companies can create these immersive training programs that are way more engaging, efficient, and scalable.
So instead of flying employees to some central location for a week-long training, they could just pop on a VR headset.
Exactly. Learn from anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
And because it's interactive and hands-on, they're more likely to actually remember the information and use it.
It's one thing to read about a new software program,
Right.
but it's completely different to actually use it, even in a simulation.
Oh, for sure. You learn so much faster when you're actively engaged.
And with AI-powered analytics, companies can track progress, identify areas where people need help.
Oh, yeah. They can personalize the whole
It
experience.
sounds like a win-win for everyone. Employees get better training,
Tailored to their needs, yep.
and employers can be confident their workforce has the right skills.
To stay competitive, exactly. And don't forget, the platform is cloud-based.
Oh, right.
So companies can update the content super quickly, which is crucial in today's fast-paced world.
So no more outdated training manuals.
Exactly. It's all about staying current and aligned with the latest industry standards.
That agility is so important these days.
Totally. You got to adapt or get left behind, right?
Right. It's amazing to think how this could transform corporate training.
It's not just about skills training either. Think about leadership development, team building, even diversity and inclusion training.
Oh, wow. Hadn't thought about those applications.
Right. But imagine putting on a headset and experiencing what it's like to be in someone else's shoes.
Yeah, it's a powerful idea.
Walk through a virtual world and understand the challenges that people from different backgrounds face.
That could really help foster empathy and understanding.
Absolutely. Break down biases, create a more inclusive and equitable workplace.
That's incredible. It feels like the possibilities are truly endless.
They really are. From skilled trades to corporate training to social impact, spatial AI has the potential to change how we learn, work, interact with the world.
It's not just a tool for education, it's a tool for positive change.
Exactly. A tool for creating a better future for everyone.
It sounds like this conversation has given our listeners a lot to think about.
I hope so.
But before we go too far down the rabbit hole,
Mhm.
what tangible takeaways can our listener apply to their own lives, right now?
Well, I think the biggest thing is to really embrace that mindset of lifelong learning. The world's changing so fast.
It really is.
And the skills we need to succeed are constantly evolving. So even if you're not in school or formal training right now, it's crucial to stay curious, explore new ideas, and be willing to adapt.
Never stop learning, right?
Exactly. And don't be afraid to jump in and embrace new technologies like spatial AI.
Yeah, be open to it.
These tools can help us learn more effectively, connect with others in meaningful ways, and ultimately unlock our full potential.
I like that. Unlock our potential.
That's what it's all about.
And I think it's important to remember what Lejerskar said about world-class education being a right, not a privilege.
Such a powerful statement.
It is. And with the affordability and accessibility of EON-XR, it's starting to feel like a real possibility, not just a dream.
It really does.
Okay, so we've talked about the potential for closing the skills gap, attracting young people to the trades. But what about the even bigger picture? What are the long-term implications of making this kind of learning available to everyone?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's hard to even wrap your head around the full potential.
Right. It's huge.
But if we can give people the power to learn and adapt, help them develop the skills they need to succeed in this rapidly changing world, who knows what we can accomplish?
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
It is.
Think about the problems we could solve.
Yeah, like poverty, inequality, climate change.
Exactly. If we can equip people with the knowledge and skills they need, maybe those challenges won't seem so insurmountable.
Exactly. And it's not just about solving problems, it's about the incredible things we could create.
Oh, absolutely. The innovation that could be unleashed.
If everyone has the opportunity to learn and grow to their fullest potential, the possibilities are endless.
It's a pretty inspiring thought.
It is, isn't it? A world where education isn't a barrier, but a bridge,
Connecting people and ideas.
unlocking all kinds of amazing possibilities.
Love it.
So I hope our listeners are walking away from this feeling a sense of hope,
Definitely hope.
a sense of possibility, and maybe even a little bit of urgency to be part of this incredible transformation that's happening right now.
Yeah, get involved. So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of spatial AI and EON Reality, I want to leave our listeners with this one thought.
Okay, I'm listening.
What kind of future do you want to help build? What are you going to learn? What are you going to create? How are you going to contribute? Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey, and until next time, keep exploring.
Keep learning.